They're probably wondering why I'm doing this right now. Give it up for your last performer of the day. His name is Tom Fry.
I think Ramin might have oversold me a little bit. This is, I'm somewhat new to doing stand-up, but I'm not saying that for pity laughs. I'm saying it because I don't know how to work the microphone exactly. And I was kind of amped about doing this twisting and up and down, but there were multiple microphone mishaps this evening, and I got a little intimidated, and so now I'm going to leave it alone. I have 3 dogs, and one thing that sucks as a dog owner are shows, you know, like The Dog Whisperer and It's Me or the Dog, because basically with those shows, anybody who watches it for 30 seconds automatically becomes like a dog training expert and can tell you why you're like the shittiest dog owner of all time. And Cesar Millan, like his big thing is, you know, being calm, assertive or whatever, and that doesn't really tell you anything. It's just kind of like a stupid phrase. Though I do think it would be awesome if a dog trainer's whole philosophy was based on being passive aggressive, and they went up to the dog and they were like, "Yeah, I guess I forgot to feed you because you were barking so loud, and it was just really like bothering me. And if you could consider me a little more in this relationship, I think we'd sort of go on more walks." But I don't know if that's gonna happen. But basically, all those shows start off the exact same way, where the person like, you know, the dog trainer rolls into the house and the dog's like raping people and like pillaging, you know, and just like worshiping the devil. And then the dog, you know, cuts commercial and they come back and the dog trainer's like, shh. And then the dog's like, "I'm gonna get a job and go to church and be a productive member of society and like just make the world a better place." And then, you know, you're just like, again, like that really doesn't do anything for me. And for me especially, because my dogs are shitty like even before I wake up in the morning. So shushing isn't like that's not available to me. So like a typical Saturday morning in the Frank household is 7:30 rolls around, I'm still asleep, the dog is looking out the window and sees, you know, like a guy walking his poodle or something like that and determines this is like mission critical, like red alert, everybody needs to be aware of, you know, this fact. And the only way, you know, a dog can convey that to you is by barking, and barking is the equivalent of just someone shouting at you. So, you know, I'll be asleep and the dog makes me aware of this information by going like this. Hey, 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 hey. And so like when you're asleep, like just like adrenaline kicks in and you freak out. You're up and like, you know, you're in a bad place, you know, like biology is like just taking over and it's just a biological fact, you know, like you're freaking out and like tweaking and like you don't have the option of going, I'm gonna get inside the dog's head and think like he thinks, you know, and like solve this problem like the way that the dog would solve it. Like you're just freaking out, and so, you know, like that adrenaline's going through, and as your world sort of comes into focus and you realize what's going on and that you're basically having a panic attack because a guy is walking his dog in your front yard, all that fear immediately converts itself into rage. And so like you are like fucking flipping out at your dog and your response is just, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!" And so like at that point, like in the dog training show, like the dog, you know, trainer would be real like, you know, insulting to the person, be like, "Wasn't that stupid how you did that and responded that way? Because that's not how the pack leader would respond. Like, you're just really stupid for doing what you're doing." And it's like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't want you to explain how the dog thinks to me. I want you to explain how I think to the dog. So come over to my house, sit the dog down, and go, "Here's the news, dog. It's 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday. This guy's busted his ass all week, and he got drunk last night to celebrate. He needs another good 5 hours of sleep. So you need to shut the fuck up. Here's the news. No one cares about that fucking poodle in the front yard. This is all you. This is your problem. Shut up. Shut up." And so, like, if there was like I guess a human whisperer, basically, who was like, "I help out people and tell dogs to shut the fuck up," I would be like, "Dear you, get the fuck over here now." My wife was in the back room with our dog, and I was on the computer, and she just shouts out, Murdoch's corn cobbing me. And so, like, this freaks me out for 2 reasons. One, apparently my wife is like hillbilly, and I had absolutely no idea. And 2, what the fuck is corn cobbing? Like, the immediate thing that popped into my head is some sort of like country raping, you know? So like, I'm like tearing ass down the hallway and keep the door open, and nothing's happening. They're just standing there, and they look up at me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought, the dog was country raping you. And she's like, no, he was nibbling on my arm like a corn cob. I'm just like, I'm saying Murdoch's nibbling on my arm like a corn cob. And if you like acquire a possum, unbeknownst to me, and you're in the back room and Murdoch's licking it against your will, don't shout out, Murdoch's licking my possum. Go and say, I've acquired a possum unbeknownst to you, and Murdoch's licking it against my will, and I need you to come back here and help me out with that situation. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, everyone. Keep it going. Right? Keep it going. Did you guys have a good time? Let me hear you say, yeah, I did have a good time.
Yeah, I did have a good time.
That's our show, Drive Safe. If you're interested in doing open mic comedy, there's a email address you can email called openmic@capcitycomedy.com. Go look at the list. It's written there if you want to write it down. Sign up for it before Friday, and then you can make it on the list, and you can become a comedy superstar like everybody else you saw. Really is. Good night, everyone. Drive safe. Thanks for coming.
Last week, at the end of it, there was like 5 people.
Sorry.